Okay guys, I just want to show you quickly how to bring your figure into Substance Painter as we discussed in class. So I have this basic alien form here. I'm going to keep it on a low form. I'm not going to change it up to a high division in Zbrush. So if that was my figure and I was happy with it and I want to paint this in Substance Painter, the first thing I need to do is go Z plugin, then I go down to UV Master and unwrap. Okay, and you can see up in the top left it's unwrapping up here. Okay, so it's on polygon 33 or 71. Just give it a minute. It takes time depending on your model. Okay, so that's 71 polygroups unwrapped. Okay, so the next thing we do is go Z plugin again, close that one, and we go to FBX export and we press export. There we go. And for desktop for the moment, so I'm going to call it Alien for Substance. Save. File exported. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is I want to go into Substance Painter. And I want to go open. No, we go. Sorry. We go new. New. And select my mesh, desktop, Alien for Sub. Okay. That's okay. It has to be unwrapped. So there you go. There's my figure. I'm pressing Alt on the keyboard to rotate it. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is I'll put whatever paint I want onto that figure. Okay, or brush it up to whatever way you want in Substance Painter. Okay, and then we go mode, rendering. So I have a front view of the figure now, and what you need is 3 different views. So I'm going to have my sampling here, minutes for sampling, max sampling, min sampling, max time. I'm going to put that to 2 minutes. 2 minutes, okay? Okay, and we're going to go override viewport resolution, and I'm going to make it 3,500 by 2,500 pixels. That will give us a good size on Photoshop. So it's rendering now at the moment. I can see that. Okay. Now I'm going to press clear color here and ground off. Okay, I'm going to let that render away. Okay, so I'm actually going to pause rendering. And save render. Just for now, just so we can see what it looks like. So go TIFF. I usually go TIFF. Desktop Alien from Substance. Save. Go to my desktop. Here's my alien from Substance, and I bring him into Photoshop. Remember, you only need to render so that you have enough of a detailed render with nice light that you can paint over in Photoshop to create your character. If you're using a figure from now the next figure from Zbrush, for instance. Now the next thing you do is go to 8-bit channels. Okay. Because you can't edit unless you change it to 8-bit. And that was in, I'll just do that again. That was mode. So mode, you see it's 32. I'm rounding to 8-bit. Press OK. All right. Now, if I go into window and go to channels, I have an alpha channel here. So I mask that, turn it off, RGB here. And in my thing, I'm going to give it a layer mask. Okay. Apply layer mask. Turn off that. And there you go. There's my figure, okay? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to drag him onto an A3 page. There you go. And he's not that bad, like in terms of size. So there's my first guy. Okay. I go back into Substance. Go back to painting mode. I just turn it to the side. And again, go back in and go rendering. And what I want you to do is I want you to basically have front view, side view, back view, okay, on your figure. And you can see there, and I'm just going to bring up auto color, auto contrast on my guy here. Now, that rendered out pretty good. You know, I didn't even do the full render. I just did it enough to show you what to do. There's my alien. And now I can do whatever I want. And remember, one of the best things to do at first in Photoshop is go maybe camera raw filter. Your model up the clarity a bit and bring down the highlights, up the shadows, because he has a bit too much highlight going on. He's a bit over contrasted, so blacks up, blacks down there. And also my favorite trick is duplicate layer and just desaturate, and then set that over here in the blend modes to soft light. You get better shadows in the figure. Okay. And then you can just go in there, like we did in the Goblin video. You go texture and start dragging stuff in to cover him up. Set the soft light. Start dragging in some textures you can put in the figure. Okay? So that's basically just a quick one how you can bring your figure in from Zbrush to render in Substance into Photoshop. Okay.